So I just got done watching Kamen Rider Geats Episode 1, the brand new Kamen Rider series for 2022, and I gotta say, holy fucking shit, this was a great freaking episode. I mean, it had me hooked. I mean, as soon as the action starts pouring in, it is the hook, line, and sinker for this episode as everything starts happening at once, as you're introduced to all these riders, all these villains, all these characters, the kind of concept of the show. It's so crazy that you don't know what's going on, but you kind of do know what's going on, but you're trying to figure out, okay, what is this show setting up? And the one thing I do like was kind of the fake out for who the main character is. I didn't really follow all the updates leading up to Kamen Rider Geats. I didn't really follow the press releases and stuff like that. So I kind of thought that Keiwa, the job hunting guy with the sister, would become Kamen Rider Geats in the end, when there was kind of a fake out, if you want to call it that, where you think that Keiwa is going to henshin in this episode, but he doesn't really. This episode was just mostly setting up all the characters around him, and it does make you wonder, why set up focus towards this character when Geats is the main rider? It does make me wonder if Ace is going to die later on in the show, and Keiwa is going to get the Geats powers, or the Geats upgrade powers. So that's something that I'm kind of speculating that might be happening later down the line, but I gotta love the whole concept of this show. So I love how the Kamen Rider Wiki best describes this show is it's inspired by Apex Legends and Fortnite to appeal to that young audience. And although the aspects are there where they're drawing in a bunch of random strangers for a battle royale to get the most points, the whole point system reminds me a lot of the anime and manga Gantz, which a lot of people watching this video might be too young to know what Gantz is, but when I do mention Gantz, I usually get a hell yeah in the comment section. But the whole concept of Gantz was a bunch of strangers, when they die, they get sent to a room, and they get given special equipment to hunt aliens, and the people with the most points get the options of 3 things, one being freedom from the game, revive a player, or a big special weapon to help you get more points in the game if you want to keep playing. So they're kind of the ideas I've got with the show moving forward, those Gantz vibes, and seeing how all these different characters have all these different motives and desires and stuff like that, you kind of see those aspects in the show where you can kind of understand why these characters are playing the games for their own reasons. And then you've got Keiwa, who was kind of thrown into this game because he wants to be a good person, he wants to be a hero, and he wants to be a Kamen Rider, it seems like, from that job interview we saw at the start of the episode. So, he's quite the interesting character. And although he does come off very timid and scared compared to Ace, where Ace was just an alpha and a boss with how they made their entrance in the show, Keiwa is kind of a pussy in other terms. In gamer words, you could say. So I do wonder where this character's growth is going to go moving forward, and will they inherit the Geats powers later down the line in the show? So that's some speculation and theory moving forward. Now, I want to talk about Kamen Rider Geats' entrance, because that entrance was freaking cool. Because like I mentioned earlier on in the review, there was kind of like a fake out who you thought the main character was going to be if you didn't pay too much attention to like the press releases and stuff. But when Kamen Rider Geats shows up on that bike, and then when he does the henshin, it is just so fucking cool how cool that fight scene was. I mean, I loved it. It showed his fighting style, what his powers can do, and how he's able to take out all those minions and the boss in one fell swoop all by himself. He didn't even break a sweat. I mean, that was something really cool to see. And that fight scene was amazing as well, just seeing that suit in action for the very first time. I mean, I loved it. And I can't wait to see what else his character is going to do moving forward. Now, I want to talk about some of the rider suits that appeared in this episode. Some of them I had seen floating around online. Like I said, I didn't pay too much attention to the press release stuff floating around leading up to Geats. I saw the poster, I saw the first trailer that dropped, but I only watched it a couple of times. I didn't deep dive too much into it, but the rider suits we saw in this episode, which was Geats I loved ever since we saw the poster a couple of months ago. Kamen Rider Buffer, that's probably going to be one of my favorite suits going for it. Like that whole bull demonic design, and not only that, the dude's got a fucking chainsaw sword. I love that. That is just so edgy, so freaking cool. I just love that design. I might have to get a figure of Kamen Rider Buffer because I love that suit design so much. I mean, it's a sleek looking purple that looks really well for it. And then we've got Kamen Rider Shiroe, which is the panda suit. And I gotta say, the panda suit looks pretty silly, pretty funny, but I like it. I like it a lot. Is it a panda or is it a polar bear? I don't know which one it is, but either way, I like that suit design as well. So yeah, that was Kamen Rider Geats episode 1, and I gotta say, I really loved it. I am hooked on this show, and I can't wait to see where it goes next. And I gotta say, special props to the subgroup that got this out really freaking fast. I don't know if they got it out really fast because they're really good, or because it was the first episode and they wanted to get it out fast as possible. But either way, they did a really quick job getting this episode out fast, so props to them. They put it out so we can enjoy it, because Kamen Rider is something that is hard to find, and they do it out of love for the franchise so we can all enjoy it together. Now, if this video does somewhat decent and a lot of people want to hear me talk about Kamen Rider Geats from now on, I might continue the Kamen Rider Geats reviews, and I'll see where it goes from here, because I might just make this video my first impressions of the series, and I gotta say, it made a strong first impression on me, and I can't wait to see where it's gonna go next. But if you guys want to see more Geats reviews, tell me in the comment section down below. Also, tell me, what did you think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you going to keep watching the show? I'd love to hear that as well. So get a conversation started down below and talk about Kamen Rider Geats episode 1. So with that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.